Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let me see who was here first. And of course, I don't think we'll be here more than an hour. Um, Nolathando, Niandini, thank you so much for being here. And Mary H., Lydia Washington, Carol Lunn, Fancy, Novi D, and a host of friends and others. Okay. Hi, Mad World. All right, we're good. So, let's get on with it then. So, save the date because remember, we are going to get the data. We're going to get the tea tomorrow. We're going to enjoy the tea. Um, I have a little bit of the audio for you, but not the entire thing, of course. So, um, full disclosure, I am not going to share you the entire content, um, but we'll play around with it. Mostly because, you know what? Well, not mostly. I mean, because the entire thing is not available yet. But do you remember um, Emma is also on YouTube. So definitely that's a big no no. Cannot, infringe upon the copyright, but I can definitely share the preview. Um, let's see. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you're here. And Church Nelly, I'm so glad you are here. My goodness, that is amazing and very impressive. I must have come on early today. That's what it is. I came on a little bit earlier than normal. Um, okay, let's get on with it, shall we? Connie Balmer has been under the weather. And, well, that was a shock to me because, Connie Balmer is as constant as the sunshine. But anyway, I hope Connie Balmer is feeling better and that she know that she is missed not only on this platform but on so many platforms. I have found new channels and I'm just like, wow, this is a great channel. I wonder if the other squaddies know about this. And yep, just as sure as the sun comes up in the morning, there's Connie Balmer somewhere in the comments. So that is amazing that Connie Balmer has been so supportive to I don't know how many platforms. I couldn't even guess the number, but I am very appreciative, and I'm going to say that on behalf of all of the Sussex friendly content creators. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for being here as again. Also, thank you for being a member. Lex is here tonight. Very good. Marcia Ware, glad you're here. Joan Garcia, thanks for being here. As ever, we got an update about as ever. Um, there we go. First off, a sincere thank you for making the debut of As Ever absolutely extraordinary. We had a feeling there would be excitement, but to see everything sell out in less than an hour was an amazing surprise. We are pleased to share that on June the 20th, save the date, June the 20th, we're going live with the products you love, plus some new delicious surprises. Yes, more details and exact timing will be shared soon. Now, I am so glad to see this, but I am definitely a stickler for details. Also, I like to be as accurate as possible. Some of the most trusted, social media colleagues have been sharing this all day. Where the heck did it originate? I like to go to the source. I checked for the email. I checked on the website. I could not find it. So I actually had to borrow this from someone else. But still, I'd like to know, where does it originate from? Anybody know? It's just a matter of making sure that it is authentic. It's not the biggest deal in the world. It's not incriminating to anyone, but I like to know the origins of these things. And I couldn't find it anywhere. But like I said, some people that I trust very much on social media, well, they have all been sharing it. And I'm just like, that's nice, but where did it come from? You know what I'm saying? That way, you got an email. I keep checking my email. I cannot find it. Uh, and yeah, I cannot find it. I could not find it. I'm just like, it looks like an email, uh, but I cannot find it. The last email I received was April the 7th. Okay, so I go and I look in the spam and all that kind of stuff. I still can't find it. You know what? Let me try one more thing. I am just uh I saw the date and time on As Ever Official. Oh, well, thank you, Legs. All right, let me try As Ever Official. Now, here I am at the As Ever Official. And you saw the date and the time on As Ever Official. Still nothing. I don't get it. Okay, so it's not the most important thing. I have it, and that's all that matters. But I feel weird that everybody else has it and I don't have it. Let me try one more thing. Huh. As Ever Official. That's where I got the date and the time from. Okay, I give up. Let me see. As ever, back on the 20th, June 20th. As ever, back on the June. Okay. I saw it on As Ever Instagram. Really? All right. Okay, you guys. I'm not going to let this plague me. All right. Well, that's just gonna be one of those things. Weird though. Weird. Everybody's got it but me. Okay, no worries. Let's get on with it. So right here it says, oh wait, there we go. So much love has gone into this, and I can't wait to share it with you this Friday, June the 20th. Clear my cache? I don't know what a cache is. And of course, now that I'm at a certain age, now that I'm getting so much older, I'm not even sure I can still reach my cache. Even if I knew what it was, I'm not sure I could reach it. But thanks. What is a cachet? Same thing here. You are on our list. Don't miss out. June 20th at 8 a.m. Uh, Pacific time? Yeah, Pacific time. So 8 a.m. Pacific time, that is 10 a.m. my time. And I guess 11 a.m. on the East Coast. Is that right? They're going to go live June the 20th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Okay. You are on our list. Don't miss out. Huh. Okay. I guess that. Oh, clear cookies and browser history. That's the cache. Oh, okay. All right. I'll try that later. But thank you so much. All right. Um, and right here. Oh yes, honey. Sweet things await. Mark your calendar for June 20th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. We're bringing back your favorites plus some delicious surprises you won't want to miss. All right. A layaway option. I haven't heard someone say layaway in ages. I haven't heard that in ages. The layaway plan. Yeah, I like to put that. You know, that layaway was very helpful, though, wasn't it? That was very helpful. If you didn't have a credit card or whatever, that layaway, I'm telling you, that wasn't a bad deal, especially at Christmas time. You can put all that stuff in the layaway. I guess some places they refer to it as pay on time. I think I've heard them say that on the Golden Girls before, pay on time. Oh, thank you for this. On As Ever Official, you can also set a reminder. I'm going to go back in there and I'm going to tinker around with everything and I'm going to clear my cache, although it was more interesting when I thought that was something dirty. But I'm going to clear my cache and it was more interesting when I thought that was something dirty. I'm just like, cache. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do that. Um, that's so bad. You guys, listen. I'm going to get back on my best behavior. Serious. Anyway, as I was saying, um, thank you for that. Set the As Ever Official reminder. Got it. Thank you so much. Now, let's get to this one. As usual, I am going to lean upon one of my favorite online magazines, Feminegra, if not the favorite. Meghan Sussex set the record straight on Aspire with Emma. You know, I hesitate to say it. Is it Creedy? It's I don't want to say greedy. That would sound weird. Grady, Grady, Grede, Gred. Oh my goodness. I wish I heard someone say it. But okay, I'm just going to substitute and say Aspire because I don't want to mess with her name like that. You had to reboot everything? Oh, I hope it doesn't come to that, but I am willing to try it. I don't want to miss out. So, what you need to know. What to know? Meghan Sussex joined Emma on Aspire to share her truth about public perception, media narratives, and private family joy. She explains the viral baby mama dance video was filmed 4 years ago and released to mark her daughter's birthday. In a powerful moment, Meghan says if she could rewrite the narrative, she would simply ask people to tell the truth. Okay, and along with that, here's what the article says. Meghan Sussex joins Emma on her podcast, Aspire with Emma, that name, to reclaim her story on her own terms. In a new episode premiering Tuesday, she opens up about okay, you know what? Why am I thinking Tuesday tomorrow instead of Tuesday next? Is that really the 20th? I guess it is. How is that possible? This date is confusing me. Okay, let me see. Let me take a look. The 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. Oh, is that Friday? No, is that right? Set the date. Okay, so it's not Tuesday. Why am I getting confused? I am so sorry, you guys. Let me sort this out. New episode premiering Tuesday. Do you guys see that too? If it's premiering Tuesday, then why does it say, where's that at? Okay, why does it say? Oh, June 17th. Where did the 20th come from? Is that a typo? Where did the 20th come from? I think that's a typo. Okay, so it's the 17th, which is tomorrow. That's what I thought. And it says here, okay, never mind. I don't know how that happened. I'm so sorry. Okay. In a new episode premiering Tuesday, she opens up about public reception, private joy, and the viral dance video that has everyone talking. It's a rare glimpse of Meghan as she truly is unfiltered, joyful, and in control. Meghan first shared the new viral dance clip on June the 4th to mark her daughter's birthday, but the footage itself dates back 4 years. In the video, Meghan and Harry join in on a playful trend many expected parents film at the time, dancing together in anticipation of their baby's arrival. The moment is light, intimate, and full of warmth. On Aspire, Meghan explains that releasing it now wasn't about creating a viral moment, it was about showing the joy and authenticity that have always existed in their lives, despite years of media distortion. Well, that's setting the record straight. Meghan shows the joy behind the headlines. Meghan explains to Emma that she shared the dance video not to go viral, but to show something real. The moment captured family happiness, not PR spin. That wasn't yesterday, she says, reminding listeners that life behind the scene has always included laughter, love, and authenticity. The public just wasn't allowed to see it. So let me do this. Not this one, this one. And I will play the sound for that for you. And we can all listen together. Kavan Sim says, is there a way to pre-order? Not at this time. I do not believe that you will be able to order anything. That's where the 20th came from. I just confused the premiere of the video with the okay. It's like, where did I get the 20th from? So the 20th is where the video comes in, right? No, I'm sorry. The as ever. The video is tomorrow the 17th. The as ever is the 20th. Oh Lord, this is all running together on me. I tell you. Oh boy. I think I got too much sun today. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. I was just like, okay, I know I saw the 20th somewhere. But yes, thank you, Kavan. There we go. Thank you for the super chat. Sorry that I caused confusion, you all. But I'm sure you all caught on, right? I was the one who didn't notice. Okay, I see some dates. Okay, Tuesday the 17th. Got it. Got it. Ah, there we go. Thank you, Karen M. Podcast is Tuesday, June the 17th, and as ever is the 20th. Everybody got that? I hope I haven't messed you guys up. So if you've set something on your calendar, go back and fix it because I totally messed that up. I totally messed that up. All right. Okay, so are we ready? I think we're ready. Okay.
You have to be authentic. Just be authentic. Did you see my baby mama dance? I mean, first of all, can I just tell you the timing of that? We maybe watched it like 20 times yesterday, and I was like, is that her? Is that Prince Harry there with the fingers and the? I was like, okay, yeah, okay. Get on, Harry, let's go. But I think that's you, right? Like that's you in a way that we kind of haven't been able to see you before. And I did like a little secret cheer because I was like, well, that's what I kind of want to see from you. Like I want to see that happiness and that honesty and that like I don't give a. But also, by the way, that wasn't yesterday. No, that was 4 years ago. So it's also a really great reminder that with all the noise or whatever people do, there's still a whole life, a real, authentic, fun life that's happening behind the scenes. I'm just grateful that now, being back on social as well, I have a place where I can share it on my own terms. On your own terms.
Okay. And then just this one is just 18 seconds long.
I wonder if you could rewrite your public narrative from scratch. Is there anything that you would do differently? Yes, I would ask people to tell the truth. And listen, I want to say this to you in the best way because I wonder if you could rewrite your public narrative from scratch. Is there anything that you would do differently? Yes, I would ask people to tell the truth.
Okay, that sounds so simplistic, right? I would want people to tell the truth. Now, if you're by any chance not clear on that, right? I'm going to tell you what I believe that means. I would want people to tell the truth. I would want people to tell the truth. What does that mean? Well, if you all recall, there were many times over the years where, especially with the royal family, where there was one version of a story that painted Meghan in a very unflattering light. And the palace had the opportunity to tell the truth. And they just wouldn't do it. They stuck with what protected other members of the family. Remember that? They would lie to protect other members of the family and wouldn't tell the truth to protect us, to protect me and my husband. So, of course, I would want people to tell the truth. The other way that is applied, of course, is the tabloid media. The tabloid media tell the truth. Stop making up stuff. Stop telling me what a source said and telling us that. Just tell the truth. If it was possible to say something to these people, you'd have to tell them to tell the truth. Just ask them, hey, tell the truth. Why don't you tell the truth? Because there is an entire personality that has been superimposed on top of Meghan that is nowhere resembling, in no way, her actual character, her actual personality. What they have come up with is this very vain, selfish, angry, bitter, moody, unpredictable, aggressive, angry Black woman. That is what they have invented. Courtesy of the palace spin machine and courtesy of the tabloid media. This is something they have been doing for years. They have been doing this for years. I don't know what they did before Elizabeth and Margaret, but I'm going to say, to the best of my knowledge, that this whole media spin, this orchestration of characters, the manipulation from the press via the palace, I believe that it started with Elizabeth and Margaret. Now, I'm sure that there were some versions or variations long before that, but that I could say I'm aware of, I think it goes back to the Queen and her sister, because they had this young queen and an empire that was slowly dwindling into just a collection of former colonies and an island or two or three or four. And other than that, you have this young woman who suddenly is, like no longer really an empress, at least not in name, but she's the queen of what used to be the largest empire in the history of the world. And in order to make her look as though she belonged there and that she had these talents that no one else had, they had to keep demonstrating how she not only carried the weight of monarchy, but she's even had to help out her sister. Yes, some people thought she was more beautiful. They were both beautiful. But Margaret was that Hollywood starlet, and she would be nothing without Elizabeth. That was the little thing that they created to make her seem wise and worldly. And of course, they would apply that in other ways too, but it's a terrible thing to do to siblings. And who benefited from it? Queen Elizabeth. Whether she was actively a part of it, I don't know. But I tell you what, I know William has actively participated in this game that they have created where Harry is concerned. I know for certain that William has played his role. I am sure of it. It may not have started out that way, but he certainly jumped right on the bandwagon. Even hired people to make it even worse. So yeah, that is very powerful. Doesn't seem like the biggest thing, but it is very powerful. I would ask people to tell the truth. That's it. Very simple. But it would save a lot of anguish. It would save so much pain, or prevent so much pain. Just telling the truth. Okay. All right, let me continue here. So again, it is Tuesday, June the 17th. For real. I love that little preview where Meghan is walking down the hallway. I think that is so cool. And of course, there was the little scene there with the tea set. And again, I'm just learning about Emma. So I have followed her here and subscribed to her there because, and yes, she does have a YouTube channel. In case you guys don't know it, she has a YouTube channel. I put the preview on the community post, so some of you all have already seen it. But if you have not, just remember it's on the community post. You can watch it anytime. What I just played for you with the soundbite, you can find it on the community post. Again, Aspire with Emma Grede, right? Oh, that sounds right. I love this picture with all the phones. Okay, so Meghan's baby mama video is up to 49.8 million views as of, well, right now. Let me just double check that. The baby mama video might be 49.9. Yes, it's 49.9. Do you know it's going to be 50 million tonight? It is going to go over 50 million tonight. Yes, it is 49.9. Very cool. 49.9. Almost 50 million views on Meghan's Instagram. Still 3.8 million followers. Cheers. Okay, bidders for Invictus Games 2029 live stream reveal exclusively on your YouTube channel. And guess when that happens? Tuesday the 17th. That's tomorrow. It's 1600 hours. So let me see, 1600, that's 4 p.m. So yeah, 4 p.m. Is that Central Time? What is CET time? That's not Central, is it? Well, whatever it is, they're gonna have the reveal tomorrow. We will announce the bidders for the Invictus Games 2029 in just 24 hours. We will reveal the interested 2029 bidders on our YouTube channel at 1600 CET. Be sure to follow along and see where the Invictus movement is heading to next. Okay, so we'll have that to look forward to tomorrow. Gonna be a busy day. You think so? The Duke of Gloucester's dad was portrayed as not smart and a drunk. Really? Okay. You know what? And they used the press and everything, because I'm starting to think now about the whole Wallace Simpson thing. And I know the papers kept it hush hush for a while, but well, I guess I don't think the papers are as important as the fact that the manipulation started within the institution. So yeah, I'm going to go with you. So George V and his wife, Queen Mary, the Duke of Gloucester's dad, was portrayed as not smart and a drunk. Okay. I'm going to have to look into that. I will. I'll take your word for it. Yeah, I know I just kind of feel like there was a lot of controversy with the whole George V thing. Now, George V, he was Queen Victoria's son or grandson? He was Queen Victoria's son, right? George V? I think so. Oh, Central European time. Thank you so much for that. So 4 p.m. Central European. So 8 hours ahead of Pacific time. Got it. Okay. Yeah, because that's 6 hours ahead of me. So 8 hours ahead. Okay. Got it. And 5 hours ahead of Eastern. Yep. 6 hours for me. You guys got that? Thank you, Karen M. Okay, we're learning something tonight. So Queen Mary's biographer was surprised when he met him and told James Pope Hennessy, made a knot of it in his journal that was published in 2021. Okay. Huh. Oh, thank you very much for that. Very interesting. You know, I tell you, it's if it's one thing you can say about the whole royal family and the history of it, it is like a big soap opera, isn't it? It really is like a ancient reality show. It really is. But what I loved about Upstairs, Downstairs, that was the first time that they really focused on the entire household, right? That was the first time that any of those period dramas, actually focused on the entire household. Such a good show if you've ever get a chance to see it. And you guys, everybody is assuming that Korea is going to win. If you look at on the right side there, that is just some stuff I saved from, oh gosh, I think it was 2023, right? Yeah, 2023 Dusseldorf. And that was, I believe, the first time we saw Korea put in a strong bid. I know they're going to get it. They are so going to get this. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to just say Korea. Now that one, I may go to that one. I may go to that one. I'm gonna go and pick up uh, aluminum cans, and I'm gonna cash in bottles, whatever it takes for me to go. I'm gonna do it. Now, you know what? The last three that he made was this guy right here, um, the notorious JTB. Incredible, incredible. Very smart, very smart, always on point, and it's a very polite read. He knows how to read those people. So let me go ahead and cue this up, and we're going to do 3 back to back. I hope you guys don't mind, but he's just that good. Okay, let's do this.
The way royalists fight for their lives in my comment sections, for people who don't know they exist, is actually embarrassing. You're on my page, breathing heavy through a keyboard, defending an institution that has literally nothing to offer you. No status, no stipend, not even a thank you note. Meanwhile, I'm the one making content that travels. I post a thought and suddenly you're in full-blown meltdown. Writing think pieces in the comments, like you're briefing the palace press office. Are you okay? Like, genuinely, how do you have so much time and so little dignity? You're not protecting the crown. You're just mad Meghan married the prince and didn't ask for your approval. You're mad Harry walked away from a life of ceremony and silence and started telling the truth. What's funny is While you rage type about Spotify deals and fabricated headlines, Meghan's building equity and Harry's redefining legacy. You're babysitting my comment section like it's Buckingham Palace. You do realize you're in my house, right? This is my content, my platform, my voice, and you're just unpaid help in the replies. But why are you obsessed with them? No, baby, you're obsessed with me. I said what I said, and you haven't shut up since. So while you sit there, fists clenched over a post, I'll keep making content, I'll keep winning the algorithm, and you'll keep proving my point. Thanks for the engagement. The way royalists fight for their...
Don't you love him? Don't you love him? Oh, don't you love him? Yes. I mean, it was just like, ouch, ouch. You know, I follow him on TikTok. Let's see. Rebecca Arthur says, Baron, if you were watching Upstairs, Downstairs, then you were an Anglophile before Meghan. Absolutely. And I've admitted to that before. I was an Anglophile. I am still an Anglophile. But it doesn't mean that I'm in love with the royal family. It does not mean that. But yeah, I am a total Anglophile. I don't know if you've heard me before, Rebecca Arthur, but I have been all over the UK. I have been to Brighton. I have been to Bath, Cardiff, Birmingham, Manchester. Where else have I been? Liverpool. And of course, I went to the Cotswolds, Bampton, and more castles than I could shake a stick at. Yes, a total Anglophile, and proud of it. I have always enjoyed my time in the UK. So guilty, guilty, guilty. But there is one thing that I cannot look past, and that is the abuse of this beautiful, thoughtful, kind, loving, brilliant Black woman. I will not stand for it. So where that's concerned, I don't care if that institution circles the drain and ends up in HE double hockey stick. But I have some very fond memories from the UK, and I thought the people were incredible. I can only say that I had one situation that I thought could have been just a little bit of profiling, but you know, it's one of those things you just can't be sure. However, I mean, the sausage roll, I'm like, these people are genius. The sausage roll, someone took a roll and put a sausage in it and stuck it in the oven and baked it. And you think I'm not an Anglophile? Of course I am. Well, you know, for me, it was all the movies that I watched growing up. 007, To Sir with Love, Upstairs, Downstairs, Brideshead Revisited. I've watched so many of those period dramas, so many of them. But yeah, total Anglophile. Guilty, guilty, guilty. All right, let's get to his next one. And do you know what though? It was one person that went into my what was it? My inbox on my what was that? My Twitter account, and they said something to the effect that I know you're a I think that did they call me a monarchist or something like that? And of course, I didn't respond. I just blocked the person. I guess I didn't like the tone of it. Like, aha, So you're saying all of this, but you still feel that way. Let me tell you something. My mama was a black woman, and there will never be a day when I will tolerate the mistreatment of someone who is totally innocent of all of those terrible things that they said. Now, there's a few people that I'd be like, you know what, you're on your own. Because I don't like you anyway. But I'm sorry. Nobody messes with Meghan. Okay, let me get to the next one. And no, I'm not going to tell you who those people are, but I'll be like, you're on your own, sister. Okay. I hope you guys can still hear me because I just did something to the microphone, but I hope you guys can still hear me. Anyway, this guy is on fire. So
Why do royalists keep asking me if I'm getting paid by Harry and Meghan? Like, I wish. If I was getting paid, baby, I wouldn't be arguing with you all in the comments. I would be on a beach somewhere, sipping a Montecito Mule out of a Duchess-branded tumbler, collecting direct deposits from Archwell Live. Oh, look, another thank you for fighting misinformation bonus. Thanks, Meg. Where's my Sussex stimulus? Where's my Meghan merch box? Where's my thanks for defending us from the Daily Mail deranged cult gift card? Because right now, I'm defending them for free. Out here fighting brainworms in my comments like it's a charity project. Are you suffering from loyalty to a monarchy that colonized your ancestors and doesn't even send you a Christmas card? Do you find yourself defending a billion-dollar institution that wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire just to own Meghan Sussex? Then you might be entitled to £0 and a lifetime of embarrassment. Call now. Operators are standing by. Just kidding. You're on your own. Let's be clear. I don't work for the Sussexes. I just have reading comprehension and functioning critical thinking, and a healthy allergy to media lies and royal PR dressed up as journalism. But you read a headline from The Sun and treat it like it's scripture. You think that Meghan blinking twice at a camera is a coordinated PR stunt. But Charles getting wads of cash in plastic bags from shady billionaires is diplomacy? Be for fucking real. So no, I don't get paid, but clearly someone in this convo is doing unpaid labor. And it's not me. You're out here running free PR for the crown like it's 1952. At least let them knight you or something. Something like Sir Comment Section or Lady of Delusion. So unless Meghan's about to Venmo me, I'll just keep doing this out of spite. Because watching you all spiral every time she breathes is priceless. Why do royalists keep asking me if I'm getting...
Okay, so that was one. We got one more to go. Let's see. Words do matter says, hello, Baron. It's in an email with time at top. Not on my IG as ever official, though. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I devoted way too much time looking for it earlier, but I don't like to give up. So I'm going to try everything that you all suggested. And I gotta find it because I'm just very confused that I didn't get one myself. I'm like, that's gotta be an email. Why does everybody else have it and I don't? So yeah, I'm gonna find it though. But thank you so much, and thank you for being a member, and thank you for the super chat. Right? Okay, we got one more.
The difference between Sussex fans and royalists? One group is brainwashed, the other group reads. Let me explain something to you royalist weirdos, especially the ones camped in my comment section like unpaid Buckingham interns. Sussex fans aren't obsessed with Meghan and Harry. We're obsessed with the truth. And you know what that means? We didn't form our opinions from the front page of the Daily Mail. We formed them while watching a smear campaign unfold in real time, in high definition, with receipts. Meanwhile, you lot are out here quoting articles ghostwritten by palace aides as if it were gospel. You believe that Meghan made Kate cry. You believe Harry is brainwashed. You believe everything you're spoon-fed by the British press, an industry literally built on racism, classism, and covering up royal scandals. You don't support the monarchy. You worship propaganda. You saw two people walk away from an institution that protected and said they were the problem? Make it make sense. You call us cult-like? We question things. We fact-check. We pull court documents, compare timelines, and dismantle lies like it's a full-time job. You wake up every morning hoping the sun will tell you how to feel. You stand an institution that took a Black woman, chewed her up, and then got mad when she said no thank you. So no, this isn't about royal versus anti-royal. This is about who's being played and who's not. Sussex fans aren't brainwashed. We're not dumb enough to think silence from the palace means innocence. And we're definitely not dumb enough to believe the British press found ethics the moment Meghan entered the chat. You fell for the PR. We saw the pattern. That's the difference. The difference.
Okay. And okay, again, you guys, it is the notorious JTB. There is more like that, and I mean many of them. Not many, but minty of them. And you can catch those on his TikTok. Yeah, sometimes when you just don't have the words, you can find someone who does. Yeah, if you don't have the words, let him say it. Sophie's solemn support. You know, I'm just surprised she doesn't have a dagger in that hand. I really am. I would think, especially she's wearing gloves, I'm thinking ice pick. Maybe she's going to use the ice pick this time. Or maybe she'll try to catch her crossing the street and just, take her out with her motorcade. You know how she liked to do. But and if you're thinking Kate is too young to be a victim of her motorcade, well, in the right light, sometimes she does look older. So, oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's bad. Thank you. But anyway, it just tickles me so much the way that they are trying to uplift this Sophie person who doesn't even she has no real talent. The only talent that she had before she got there was she knew how to throw a good party. Right there in the office when everybody should have been working, they would party. Topless party, baking soda party. It's all in the news of the world. At least it was. Even in July, there was snow at her parties. That's how good the party was. She shouldn't be in that family, but somehow she managed to worm her way in. I think it's because she had that somewhat distant at a glance in the proper circumstances. People were like, oh, look at her hairdo. She kind of reminds me of Princess Diana, except she's like a little stout, kind of, little dumpy thing, not tall and regal like Diana, but you know what, just like I say, if the circumstances were right. That's how she got in there. They were just trying to do a mind game on people. But other than that, Queen Elizabeth would have never tolerated somebody like that. She just caught her at a good time. Okay, let me see here. Now, all smiles, all laughter until Kate turns her head and Sophie's mask slip. That side eye says it all. Pure smug satisfaction of the woman William comes back and back to after playing happy husband with Wadey. Now, I only just found this. I think I was following this person on social media, but I just didn't want to put their name up there because I didn't know if that was okay. But anyway, they posted this picture today. I couldn't find this picture anyplace else, so that was a good grab. However, she found this one. But yeah, look at the old side eye. Kate's looking up the street or whatever, and and Sophie's kind of giving her the side eye. I think Sophie is up to her, I was going to say chin, but she almost doesn't have one. But she's up to her chin with Kate. I mean, after all, like I've been saying, poor Sophie has to walk behind Kate. She's going to spend the rest of her life walking behind someone that's not as bright as she is. As much as I don't care for Sophie, I'm just going to say I think she's a little sharper than Kate. Just not as tall and slender, and that's why Kate is where she is, and that little dumpy thing is back there. That little chicken and dumpling, that's why she's back there. And then, of course, I think this should have been a Pulitzer Prize winning photo. A photo that speaks 1,000 words in a 1,000-year institution. A down on her luck countess, at the time she wasn't even a duchess, a down on her luck countess who had all of this jealousy and bitterness bubbling up inside of her because being married since 1999, she still had not received that duchy that she was promised. And so that actually made her very
bitter. And somebody needs to say it. Bitter. Bitter, bitter, bitter.
That made her very bitter, bitter, bitter. But finally, after torturing Sophie and Edward for about 2 years, Charles finally got around to giving her the title, the Duchess of Edinburgh. That way she could hold her head up in mixed company. But you know what? She still has to walk behind Kate, because even though she's a royal princess, she will never be the Princess of Wales. Now, I may be saying that too soon because she does spend a lot of time with William, but I don't think she'll ever be the Princess of Wales. So for now, whoever William is married to in the future, may not be Kate, she's going to have to walk behind that person. So I hope she's used to her role of bringing up the rear. Whose ever rear it is, she's got to bring up the rear. And such is the life of jealous, down on her luck Sophie, who only has a couple of nice outfits because they don't get that much money from the sovereign grant. I love to drag her. I cannot stand that broad. And of course, one down, one to go. Yes, the other photo that should have won a Pulitzer Prize, it's that one right there, where she and Kate are both salivating, frothing at the mouth, looking at that crown on top of that coffin. One of them destined to walk into Westminster Abbey and get a crown of her own. And the other, well, she's still going to be poor down on her luck, Sophie. And then take a look at the picture on the left side. Look at the look on her face. I'm telling you, she cannot stand Kate. She hates the fact that she has to follow her around like a little duck, like a little duckling. She's stuck. That's the rest of her life, is following Kate. Someone who probably couldn't even pass a basic. I bet you Kate cheated to get her driver's license. I don't know how she got through college, but that is Sophie's plight, is to follow Kate for the rest of her natural born life. And you know what? It couldn't have happened to a more shadier person. She's right where she belongs. Now, I did not upload that one. Tourists turned backs to Palace. They went for the Troop in the Colors. However, they seem to be more interested in the Republic protesters. And I'll show you what I mean about that very soon. Let me see here. What did I do with it? Yep, they seem to be more interested in the Republic people. Oh, did I not download that? I don't think I downloaded it. Oh, okay. That is going to take me a minute. Give me a second for that. All right. Give me a second for that, and I'll show it to you. I got to download it first. Okay, was that the end of that? Oh, you know what? I wasn't even. Oh, my goodness. All right, let me try that again. Okay, that's better. In the meantime, let me show you the other videos from that day. Okay, coming up. Oh, got it. There we go. Okay, now I just about got the other one ready, and this one you should see the tourists turn their backs on the carriage procession, and they pay more attention okay. Oh, that does it. Almost. And okay, let me grab that one for you. Okay, and go.
Okay, guys, been fun. We're gonna head back. Okay, guys, been fun. We're gonna head back.
I think that is unusual that the police are inside of the group of protesters. That doesn't usually happen. You see there? This police officer is right in the middle with them, and that doesn't usually happen. Graham Smith said that they were trying to disrupt the protests, that they were trying to block the protests. And I think that happened because, as you can see, they got so many people paying attention to the protesters instead of the royals. And of course, where are these photos going to go? All over social media. And I think that's what bothered them about that, is that it's already enough stuff on social media. But usually it's the Not My King people. They're the ones that post. But these people are going to post it wherever as part of the Troop in the Colors. So I think that kind of grated on their nerves. And that's why the police are like right in the center of things with them. But they're going to have problems, you guys. They are going to have problems because Graham Smith has pledged to go wherever they go. Zandy Sussex says the tantrum that this photo is causing among royalists is something to behold. I can't decide if it's because they actually believe the royal propaganda or they just don't like to see the truth exposed. Thank you to Mark Carrison for his fearless documentation of the truth. So the photo she's referring to is the one on the left side there. You can see his name from Grede. Yeah, there it is, right there in the bottom right of the photo. A photo that tells 1,000 words. Let them eat cake. And so look at there. This person says, looks like AI. I am sure that that is a monarchist or a royalist or whatever you want to call it, trying to defend the royal family. So they say, it looks like AI. But you take a look at this one, that person says, I know the photographer well, and he'll be pretty disappointed, intended understatement, when he reads your comment. Have some respect for those who photograph brilliantly and authentically. And then this next person says, thanks, Richard, for appreciate. Oh, that's the photographer. I think. Yeah, that's the photographer. Much appreciated. It seems the wrath of the royalists is upon me. So the royalists have gone after the photographer, Mark Harrison. And then Richard Baker Photos, another photographer, says, let us keep telling the truth, Mark. And then over here it says, this is Mary Mancini. Yeah, she says, why are all the signs the same and people are waving at them? I don't trust anything these days. AI is too good. They are seriously trying to pretend like this is AI. And if this person follows the royal family, then they know that this is real. It's not just photos. There's videos like the 3 I just showed you, and more besides that. So Mark says, aside from banners, etc., the campaigners from Republic were using 3 main placards to get their message across. Not my king, down with the crown, ditch the duchies, no AI involved. And then they said, didn't make the news here. Now that's a lie. Even the tabloids carried the photos. All of the tabloids had the photos, all of them. I'd be more surprised if it did. My task is to document, others decide what makes the news. Well, Mark, rest assured that not only did that photo make it, but I have it on good authority that all of those photos made it. But the one that got the most views was the one, of course, with Charles and Godzilla. Isn't that something? That is total gaslighting to try to claim that that was AI. They are totally trying to gaslight people. So Mary says, I'm no royalist. I have zero respect for them, but I do question what I see on the internet, as everyone should in this day and age. And Mark says, see other response. I agree entirely that we should question and do our due diligence, but it's another thing entirely to sling accusations that a photographer's work is AI. And so Mary chimes in again. Didn't say I didn't like it. I said I don't trust a lot of what I see on the net anymore. And finally, this is the last comment. Mark says, I'm all in favor of interrogating the news with which we're presented, be that on TV, in a newspaper, or online. And I'd encourage people to use a multitude of sources to do that. But to sling accusations that a photograph is AI generated without doing due diligence is to risk damaging both the reputation of the photographer with all that entails and trust in responsible journalism. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So there you go. Now, the thing that's kind of scary, you guys, you know what's kind of scary? What if Mary Mancini is AI? What if Mary Mancini is not a real person? What if Mary Mancini is the AI? Didn't think about that, did you? Yeah. What if Mary Mancini is the AI? Wouldn't that be something if we found out that Mary Mancini is the actual AI? I think we'd crap our pants. I think we'd crap our pants if we found out that Mary Mancini is the actual AI. I mean, there's nothing to say that it can't be true. And for what it's worth, what if Mark is AI? Oh my goodness. Are we going down a rabbit hole or what? I don't even want to think about that. Can AI lie? I think if you tell it to. You know what they always say about computers? You put garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. It's just like a flight attendant. If you put an old fossil in, you're going to get an old fossil out. Same principle. So let me see here. So that is Charles and Godzilla. That is Kate and the children. And that, of course, is Sophie and Timothy Lawrence. And I do believe all of those photos were from the same photographer. Long as the palace is not trying to question it, and we do know that the tabloids carried the article, carried the photos. You can also find the photos on Getty Images. Then in all likelihood, they are exactly what they appear to be. Tara Wilson, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for being here tonight on Royal Sussex. If AI can make frequent trips to the bathroom, if AI can run in between sound bites to grab a cookie, if AI can tell some of the worst possible jokes and sing like somebody's torturing a pterodactyl, then yes, I am AI. I would like to think AI had a better singing voice than I do. That's right. If AI can drag Nana and Latrine, Angela Latrine. Yeah, if AI is capable of doing all those things, then yes, I am AI. Let me get back over here. So today was the I was about to call it Lord of the Rings. Today was the Order of the Garter. The Order of the Garter. And if there's anything that grosses me out, is the idea of a garter and Camilla. I don't ever want to think of the Queen Consort and a garter belt. But yes, it's the Order of the Garter. And I don't want to think about it. Now, of course, they don't mean garter belt as in the more contemporary version. I think the garter is like a little belt and with a buckle that holds your I guess it goes around the knee. I think in ancient times they would, anyway, it's a weird name, Order of the Garter, but they always show a picture of a belt, right? That's the emblem is a belt with a buckle in it. But like I said, if you say that and throw Camilla in there, it just makes it gross. Ugh. But yeah, so that was today. Graham Smith said, deeply embarrassing for all concerned. And then look at there, Tony Blair, who once said the House of Lords was not my scene. And who do we see? Tony Blair. See him over there on the left? Yeah. There's someone who looks like Hyacinth's bouquet. And then if you work your way from left to right in the middle, you see Tony Blair. I see Andrew Lloyd Webber. Is he still alive? And who else do I recognize? That's about it. Wow, look at the size of that. What do they call those soldiers with the silver helmets? The one on the right side there? That is a whopper. Do you see him? Good grief. Well, I'm glad they got a uniform in his size. He's huge. Oh, you know what? I don't think so. That's someone else's arm there. You see it? That's someone else's arm. I was about to say, he's a whopper, ain't he? How'd he get up on the horse? Did they have to go rent a crane? Did they have to winch him up? And then just sit him softly on top of the horse. I swear I thought that was him, but I could see on the right side there, that's someone's arm right there, the guy in the red coat. Yeah, I thought he was like, huge. Like, how did they get him up on a horse? I know he's not throwing his leg over. Well, just like an optical illusion, right? Yes, if AI can forget Nana and Angela Levin's names, then Barron could be AI, but no, we have seen him do this long enough to know better. This photo shows the grift. Well, thank you for that vote of confidence. All right. And then lastly, don't forget, you guys, these people just got a huge raise. I think it was $45 million raise that they received from the sovereign grant, along with the money from the Duchy of Lancaster and along with the money from the Duchy of Cornwall. Oh, they are flush with cash. They are flush with cash. So, yeah, they may not look like much. They may look a bit trashy, but they just got a huge raise. And with that, you guys, I am done. Thank you so much for being with us. And again, happy Pride Month. All the way from the storm cellar, the storm shelter in the basement of the St. George Chapel. Yeah. Down in the storm cellar, all the way from that storm cellar, Queen Elizabeth, or what's left of her, would like to wish you all a happy Pride Month. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, moderators, for keeping this a safe space. And just so we are all on the same page, tomorrow is the Aspire with Meghan and Emma. And then, of course, on the 20th, that is when we get our new products. And that is at 1,400 hours. No, 1,600 hours in Central European time, right? Something like that. So, yeah, you got that to look forward to. All right. Thank you all very much. I will see you all next time. Love you guys. Thank you. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex.